I'm working on a really interesting project for you, and this is something that I'm ready to test, and we're going to see exactly what we're going to end up with. Okay? This is about the new Wolverine transmedia. This is the new Wolverine transmedia. This is going to be my first test of what we can do with this device. Well, hello. I've come down early this morning. This is Saturday, February the 19th, 2022. And I've come down early to try and tell you about I've removed my review of the Wolverine transmedia because after I had posted it, I discovered that I had some issues. And so I need to explain this to you, I believe. So here's the story about the transmedia. After I had done the different aspects of DVD to the stick and DVD to the SD and VHS to DVD, SD card to the stick, I found out I had some real issues that I didn't really know until I had tried some different things. So here's the story. Let's take the DVD first, because I did a Alice in Wonderland VHS tape to DVD, and I did that at HQ. So HQ is the highest quality that you can get out of that. So that wouldn't have worked all the way through the movie. This was a test to see just how high a quality we were getting. And, you know, we did get a great quality of that. I put it into my DVD player and put it into my monitor for my TV monitor, which is a 24-inch. So it looked really good, and I said, wow, this is really nice. So I went on and I did the SD card that I had to USB, and it didn't work. So I was like, what's going on here? This should be working, everything's recording, etc. So I made a phone call to the tech support number to talk to a person there at tech support, and he told me that we're still working out the bugs on this unit. And I said, oh, okay, well then I guess I'm your bug man, right? So anyhow, he told me the settings to go in and to the setup. So if any of you are going to buy this, which I really at this point don't recommend that you do, because I made 3 phone calls, and we'll get into the reason why I'm telling you I wouldn't do this if I were you. So anyway, I had to go in and set up the whole thing for the SD card to go to the USB stick. So, to make a long story short there, after going through it with the tech, I did get it to record. It was only a short clip from my 8mm digitizer film, so it was, 3 minutes. And so it did it pretty quick, and it was relatively good, I would say. So it looked good on the playback. Now you see, on the unit itself, there's actually a media player on there, and you can play back and look at it on the monitor of the unit or on the monitor of your TV if you have it jacked into your TV, which is an HDMI connection. So the HDMI connection was working fine with my television, so I was using the big TV, the 24-inch, to take a look at it to see just what was going on. So it looked good there. So I said, okay, well, thanks for telling me what those settings are. I said, I think that you should let everybody know through somehow or another that these settings need to be changed, because somebody's going to do this and they're going to end up with the same thing I did. I didn't end up with the result. So he said, yeah, I think you're right. So anyway, I moved on, and I did the DVD to the stick, because that's one of the things that I get involved in here at the business. And so what happened was, when I did that, it did work, and it did the files just like it was in the computer. So I was looking at the formatting when I did that, and I had MP4 formatting set for the DVD to the stick. So what happened was, it gave me the same VOB that it always gives in the computer. And what I was wanting out of this unit was for it to go from the DVD into an MP4 format. So it didn't do that. So that was one of my main reasons for doing this unit. I already have a Windex DVD ripper that really works really well if you know how to set it up. So I'll make another video on that later so that you can see that and learn how to set that up correctly, so if you want to rip DVDs. So basically, I felt like that was not a good thing, because VOB was the same thing that I had in my computer. So, you know, it takes time to do that, much longer time than it would to do anything else, especially my ripper. My ripper will rip it twice as fast as it'll do in the Wolverine. So here I had all these devices that I had, my USB stick, and I had my DVD, and I had different aspects of the things. I had done 2 DVDs, different things. I did the film DVD from the SD card to a DVD to see how that worked. And so here's the thing that happened. This is what really puzzled me. And so I had to make another phone call. So what happened was, my DVDs played in my DVD player just fine. In my DVD player, they played. They looked pretty good. But when I put the DVDs in my computer, they wouldn't come up at all. You couldn't force them to come up. Actually, it gave me an error code that I had never seen. And I have a fairly new Dell. It's about a year old, XPS desktop, you know, with an i7 9700 processor in it, with a graphics card, because I do a lot of heavy work in video. And then I have a older gateway with a Windows 7, so you can tell I'm a Windows Microsoft person. So anyway, those DVDs wouldn't play in either of my computers. And both of them gave me the same error message, which I had never seen before. So I was like really puzzled. What's going on here? So I made another phone call. And actually, the tech didn't have a good reason for this. And he didn't understand it either. So we got pretty much nowhere. On the stick, I made another phone call, because the stick was not what I expected it to be. So in the ripping of the DVD to the USB, it interlaced, and I told the guy that it was interlacing, and that the unit was not de-interlacing, so that I ended up with big lines, and he was like, I don't understand. So I said, interlacing is a process, and I explained it to him, and I said it needed to be de-interlaced to make it smooth and fine grain looking, so that there wasn't any grain and there wasn't all these huge lines on the screen. So he didn't understand, but he says, you know, you can use a free program called Handbrake. And I said, yeah, I know about Handbrake, and Handbrake doesn't work good. It loses data in the transfer of the rip. So I said, anyway, we won't get into that, okay? And I said, but I didn't buy this unit for you to tell me that I could use Handbrake as a free software thing. I said, yeah, I do this for a living, and you know, I know what you're talking about, and I know pretty much most all of the software that's out there, no matter whether it's AI software or colorized software or whatever it is, whether it's Pro or Premiums or Adobe or DaVinci or whatever. But you know, I said, this is not what I bought this unit for. I said, I can't spend time with you on the phone trying to figure out what's wrong with your unit. So, you know, I said, I think after reviewing all this stuff, I don't think that this is what I need. He said, well, this is not a professional unit. And I was kind of like, he says, this is a consumer unit. And I was like puzzled. I was like, wow, wait a minute. I don't understand. We're in the digital world, and we're trying to change things into different formats in digital world. So let me tell you something that when I was a young man, I'm 78 now. When I was a young man, when I was about 25 years old, I met this man who told me one day, he was a lecturer on all kinds of different things. James Ambrose Worrall was the guy's name. I still remember him very well because he made a big impression on me. He says, if you can think it, it can be done. So, you know, I kind of went through my life with that whole thing. And so right now, I think it, and I know it can be done. But it wasn't done on this unit. So let's put an end to this and say, I don't think that you should buy this, and I'm going to send it back. Have a great day.